Welcome to the School of the Lost Tribes. Your charity helps generate the lessons needed to seal the chosen before the destruction. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach Chapter 7. Topic Overview. Sirach 7 is practical covenant living for scattered Israel. Separate from evil. Stay humble. Don't trust sacrifices without obedience. Treat family and servants righteously. Honor priests and the poor. And remember the end. This is how the remnant rebuilds Israel's character in captivity. So we can come out of Deuteronomy 28 curse patterns and be prepared for mercy, salvation, and kingdom order under Yahweh Shai. Verse 1. Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee. This is covenant cause and effect. For Israel, evil brings trouble, often the same trouble that led to scattering. The remnant must choose righteousness because it reduces unnecessary affliction and aligns us with Yahweh's protection. Verse 2. Depart from the unjust, and iniquity shall turn away from thee. Separation is survival. For scattered Israel, hanging around unjust people and unjust systems pulls you into sin. Yahweh is calling the remnant to come out of Babylon behavior, so iniquity loosens its grip. Verse 3. My son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold. Don't plant sin, because you'll harvest multiplied trouble. For Israel, this is how curses compound. One sin becomes many sorrows. The remnant must plant obedience, so the harvest becomes blessing and stability. Verse 4. Seek not of the Lord preeminence, neither of the king the seat of honor. Don't chase rank and titles. For scattered Israel, captivity pushes clout chasing, but Yahweh wants humility. Our honor comes from covenant faithfulness, not from Babylon's seats. Verse 5. Justify not thyself before the Lord, and boast not of thy wisdom before the king. Don't self-defend before Yahweh, repent instead. And don't flex wisdom before rulers. For Israel, humility keeps the remnant clean, while boasting brings downfall and invites traps in captivity. Verse 6. Seek not to be judge, being not able to take away iniquity, lest at any time thou fear the person of the mighty, and stumbling block in the way of thy uprightness. Leadership without strength becomes compromise. If you can't correct iniquity, you'll end up fearing powerful people and bending judgment. For scattered Israel, this warns against rushing into authority before maturity, because the remnant must judge righteously. Verse 7. Offend not against the multitude of a city, and then thou shalt not cast thyself down among the people. Don't stir up unnecessary conflict with crowds. For Israel in captivity, wisdom includes discretion, protecting yourself and the community while still maintaining righteousness. Verse 8. Bind not one sin upon another, for in one thou shalt not be unpunished. Don't stack sins. For Israel, one sin already brings correction. Piling on hardens the heart and increases judgment. The remnant must stop the cycle, not intensify it. Verse 9. Say not, God will look upon the multitude of my oblations, and when I offer to the Most High God, He will accept it. This rebukes sacrifice without obedience thinking. For Israel, Yahweh doesn't accept offerings used as bribes while you keep sinning. The remnant must bring obedience first, then worship has meaning. Verse 10. Be not faint-hearted when thou makest thy prayer, and neglect not to give alms. Prayer needs courage and consistency, and alms is covenant action. For scattered Israel, this teaches balance. Don't only pray, also do mercy to the poor among our people, rebuilding community strength. Verse 11. Laugh no man to scorn in the bitterness of his soul, for there is one which humbleth and exalteth. Don't mock the hurting. Yahweh is the one who humbles and exalts. For Israel, this is a warning. Today's broken brother may be tomorrow's restored man, so treat him with mercy. Verse 12. Devise not a lie against thy brother, neither do the like to thy friend. No betrayal speech. For the remnant, lying against brethren destroys Israel's unity, the very unity Yahweh is restoring for the covenants and kingdom. Verse 13. Use not to make any manner of lie, for the custom thereof is not good. Lying becomes a habit, then a spirit. For Israel, that's Babylon culture. The remnant must purge lying, so our speech matches covenant truth. Verse 14. Use not many words in a multitude of elders, and make not much babbling when thou prayest. Respect elders. Don't be loud and wordy to be seen, and don't perform in prayer. For scattered Israel, this teaches humility and sincerity, qualities needed in the restored congregation. Verse 15. Hate not laborious work, neither husbandry, which the Most High hath ordained. Work isn't a curse, lazy spirit is. For Israel, Yahweh ordained productive labor. The remnant must reject entitlement and build stability through honest work. Verse 16. Number not thyself among the multitude of sinners, but remember that wrath will not tarry long. Don't join the crowd in sin. For scattered Israel, this is end times urgency. Yahweh's wrath comes quickly, so the remnant must separate now. Verse 17. Humble thyself greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms. Humility protects your soul, the ungodly end in severe judgment. For Israel, this is a warning. Pride kept us in rebellion. Humility brings us back to mercy and covenant standing. Verse 18. Change not a friend for any good by no means, neither a faithful brother for the gold of Ophir. Don't trade loyalty for profit. For scattered Israel, this is critical. Babylon tempts people to sell out brethren. The remnant must value faithful brothers as covenant treasures. Verse 19. Forgo not a wise and good woman, for her grace is above gold. A wise woman is more valuable than wealth. For Israel, building righteous households is part of rebuilding the nation. The remnant must honor godly women because they strengthen the seed and the home. Verse 20. Whereas thy servant worketh truly, entreat him not evil, nor the hireling that bestoweth himself wholly for thee. Treat workers justly. For Israel, oppression is what we suffered, so we must not become oppressors. The remnant reflects Yahweh's justice even in employment and authority. Verse 21. Let thy soul love a good servant, and defraud him not of liberty. Don't trap people. For Israel, this is anti-bondage doctrine. Yahweh delivered Israel from slavery, so the remnant must never recreate slavery-minded control. Verse 22. Hast thou cattle? Have an eye to them, and if they be for thy profit, keep them with thee. Be responsible with your resources. For scattered Israel, stewardship matters. Manage what Yahweh allows you to have, because stability helps the remnant endure hard times. Verse 23. Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth. Teach children discipline early. For Israel, this is covenant continuity, passing down commandments so the next generation doesn't return to rebellion and curse living. Verse 24. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them. Guard daughters with seriousness, not careless indulgence. For scattered Israel, this is protection doctrine in a corrupt captivity world, preserving Israel's seed and honor. Verse 25. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. Marriage is weighty because it shapes lineage and household order. For Israel, pairing daughters with understanding men protects the future seed and strengthens covenant households. Verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. Be faithful. For Israel, adultery destroys the house and invites wrath. The remnant must rebuild marriages to heal what captivity broke. Verse 27. Honor thy father with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Honor parents deeply. For scattered Israel, many mothers suffered under captivity burdens. Remembering their sorrows builds gratitude and humility, restoring family order. Verse 28. Remember that thou wast begotten of them, and how canst thou recompense them the things that they have done for thee? You can't fully repay parents, so serve them. For Israel, this is covenant righteousness. Care for elders is how the remnant rebuilds community and blessing. Verse 29. Fear the Lord with all thy soul, and reverence his priests. Fear Yahweh fully, and respect those who minister. For Israel, priesthood and service relate to covenant structure. The remnant must honor righteous ministry because it preserves instruction and worship order. Verse 30. Love him that made thee with all thy strength, and forsake not his ministers. Love for Yahweh includes supporting his ministers, those who teach and serve. For scattered Israel, this means don't abandon instruction. The remnant needs leadership in righteousness to stay aligned with covenant. Verse 31. Fear the Lord, and honor the priest, and give him his portion, as it is commanded thee. The firstfruits, and the trespass offering, and the gift of the shoulders, and the sacrifice of sanctification, and the firstfruits of the holy things. This shows commanded support tied to covenant worship. For Israel, giving portions represents honoring Yahweh's order and maintaining holy service. The remnant learns, worship isn't freelanced. Yahweh sets structure for his people. Verse 32. And stretch thine hand unto the poor, that thy blessing may be perfected. Blessing is perfected through charity. For scattered Israel, this is huge. Don't just talk covenant. Help the poor among the people. Yahweh watches how Israel treats Israel. Verse 33. A gift hath grace in the sight of every man living, and for the dead detain it not. Generosity opens doors and shows honor. For the dead detain it not, warns against holding back what should be given. Don't delay righteousness. For Israel, timely generosity builds community strength. Verse 34. Fail not to be with them that weep, and mourn with them that mourn. Community compassion is covenant culture. For scattered Israel, many carry grief from captivity trauma, so the remnant must restore fellowship by sharing burdens. Verse 35. Be not slow to visit the sick, for that shall make thee to be beloved. Care for the sick builds love and unity. For Israel, this reflects Yahweh's mercy, restoring a people that does not abandon the weak. Verse 36. Whatsoever thou takest in hand, remember the end, and thou shalt never do amiss. End-minded living is remnant discipline. For scattered Israel, remember the end means remember judgment, remember restoration, remember inheritance. If you live with the kingdom goal in mind, you avoid foolish choices that keep Israel trapped in curse living, and you stay prepared for salvation under Yahweh Shai. Table of Contents. Introduction. Yahweh's exclusive covenant with Israel. The purpose of this book. No disparagement of non-Israelite races. The foundations used throughout this book. On the right foundation, Israel's covenant exclusivity. Believing Yahweh Shai and the consequences of unbelief. The exclusive nature of Israel in the Old Testament. The exclusive nature of Israel in the New Testament. Part 2. Replacement Theology, examined. Dare we say the Church has replaced the 12 tribes of Israel, hope, the law, and Israel in the New Testament, the exclusivity of Israel in Ephesians, Philippians, and beyond, redemption and the many, the exclusive nature of Israel in the letters of James, Peter, John, and Jude, Israel in the book of Revelation, Reactions and doctrinal challenges. Next steps in the book. Common reactions to Israel's exclusivity. Reactions to the exclusive doctrine of Israel expanded. Are there 2 or 3 witnesses for exclusive Israel? Separation, the world, and the gospel. Word meanings. Understanding separation and the world. The world, cosmos, or oikoumeni. The 2 differing gospels, stumbling blocks to an exclusive Israel doctrine. Case studies, Israelites in dispersion. Peter's sheet vision, a closer examination. The Ethiopian eunuch, an Israelite in dispersion. The widow of Sarepta, an Israelite in dispersion. The Lord's Prayer, an exclusive Israelite perspective. Extra-scriptural doctrines exposed. The extra-scriptural doctrine of Judeans and Gentiles. Can strangers become Israelites? In thee shall all nations be blessed. That unfortunate word, Gentile. Yahushai's ministry was not primarily to the Judeans or in Judea. Identity, history, and deception. Could the modern Judeans be Israel? Can the Judeans be identified? Josephus in his comments on the Judeans. Does Edom have any marks of identification today? Judeans who are non-Semitic. Historical commentary and records. What is their blasphemy? Anti-Semitism. A tool for deception. Religious and political nonsense. Galatians, promise, and heirship. Galatians and Israel exclusivity. Interpreting Galatians in light of Israel exclusivity. Christos without Yesu, Messiah without Jesus. Can the promises to Abraham's seed be spiritualized? Who are the heirs according to the promise? In Christ versus in Jesus. Neither Judean nor Greek. Who are the Greeks? Israel in the entire New Testament. Sonship, adoption, and faith. Isaac, hearing faith and freeborn sons. In thee shall all nations be blessed. Revisited. The promise in thy seed in the New Testament. The biblical concept of adoption. The placement of a son. Analysis of the 5 adoption verses. Understanding the sons of Yahweh and the doctrine of adoption. Pilgrims, strangers, and Israel. New Testament strangers. Seed, rebirth, and sowing.